That one was really, I got the time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spinning Rack. I'm here with my boys, PD and Cal. Say what's up, gents.
What's going on?
Ready to rock.
Hey, talking about Jonathan Majors. Surprise, surprise, he's back in the news. Ever since the fight that he's been going through, people have been saying, "Hey, why doesn't he come back to the MCU?" What are your thoughts on this, gents? Should he come back? I'm not even going to say whether he should have been kicked out initially, but what are your
What's he back?
thoughts?
What's he back in the news for?
Because people are saying now that he's doing more some of the projects that he was in before, that that he's doing well, and that that there are people are defending him and saying he never should have been out, and that he should be reinstated back into the MCU fold, or
Well,
get new
that's
products.
convenient.
In addition, basically he's been out in the cold, and some people like to make the whole thing that um, that he has this whole 2 year period has been unfair because of what has transpired, and that he never should have been convicted of these things. I mean, whereas others have gotten passes, so he's saying, hey, and others too are saying, hey, give him a chance. Let him come back in.
Well, that's convenient.
Wouldn't it always be convenient for him?
No, well, look, it's convenient that hey, when he was going through all of this, all the information was the same. Hasn't changed. The whole situation was the same. Hasn't changed, but he was considered radioactive, or just another one of these guys, beating up on women. And now all of a sudden the worm is turned. Like, where were you people when he was going through it initially? A little late now.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's definitely the hard part. Yeah, that's the hard part where you have, you have the also the other segment of whenever there's a story, they're like, there's more coming, and there's no more coming, and then if someone say, yeah, I knew him at this stage, and I always knew, and then there's no actual factual information that actually comes out, unless they, it's not like they act like they're catching, what's that like, some sort of, I don't even want to describe it with him, but basically, Jonathan Majors was actually one of, like Hollywood guys. He had a bunch of projects that he was working on, you know, um, Lovecraft Country and all this other stuff. Obviously, Creed, and then he was picked to Marvel and he did, Loki, and then introduces Kang and Ant Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and then everything of that stuff derailed it. A lot of negative press came out with the stuff, and then we see the case, we see the tape. We don't get to see much happening on it, but they still, went to give him some charges, and then now he's in a project. It's like Searchlight is saying here. Um, Disney owns Searchlight, so it's kind of giving them a bone, saying, "Hey, we know
No, they
what
sold it.
happened."
They,
Huh?
they sold the picture, the magazine Dreams, to another entertainment company. So Disney, he was a Disney program film, but now it's being handled by somebody else, and they're the ones releasing it. Magazine Dreams, it did pretty well at the Sundance
Hmm.
Film Festival, so they're thinking it's going to do well. I don't know how much they picked it up for, but and so I guess they want to come out, and you have people like you know um,
Well, the
Matthew
thing is,
McConaughey and
you don't. The thing is, they don't have to sell the project. They can put the project on the shelf. It's not like, hey, we're trying to sell it. Hollywood is not interested in, you know, making money off or selling a toxic project. They're interested in getting rid of it. So the fact that I mean, I'm not changing my statement, but it is, the fact that they let it out and sold it to someone else is a big enough statement that, they let it go. What they're supposed to do is say, no, he's toxic. Let's get rid of it, and we'll just eat it. We don't care. We got all this other stuff on the shelf. It's not going.
wow, so
But yeah, you got this thing happening. It's gonna get a festival run. You know, and so there also was there's a different blogs that obviously know more inside information saying that he's already been brought back and is going to be introduced at some point to do something at Marvel still. So it did continue with the Loki stuff. So he was in that during the time they did put that out. So you know, the hard part is that if he gets off, gets back on his feet, and gets back in the public eye, it would be a thing where they try to do what like they do with Kobe, where they kind of just keep trying to bring it up. They have to have the that sportscaster had to bring up his past when you're talking about he's working on Alice in Wonderland. He's like, yes, Jonathan Majors, who had the scandal back in what's the name. It's like, what does that have to do with the Alice in Wonderland? No, just in case.
It's like when people like to bring up stuff about artists and their past and drug dealing and beating people, right? That's what we're trying out of.
No one does. Oh my gosh, this guy. The thing is, and I just had it, trying to point out that the image guys talk about creators' rights and they screw people over. The people commenting on that, they immediately said, well, creepy Neil Gaiman. Creepy Neil Gaiman. It's just like, what does that have to do with not paying someone their what Todd just gets to keep all the residuals? That sort of thing. Because somewhere in the future the accusation is made. We can't get into any of that stuff. Right? I don't know. It's tough. Because now it's like you do something or you're accused of something, it's over. And
I mean, there's always redemption, right? And that's the whole point. Someone's hit.
There isn't always redemption now.
There's redemption.
Louis C.K. Who's Mel Gibson? They're trying to give some redemption. Louis C.K. I'm trying to think. It's not always redemption for people these days.
It's not. I don't know if it's redemption here.
Yeah.
Hey, no, he got railroaded. Give him a chance. You were the guys who railroaded him.
Yep.
When it came out, it was like, oh, look, another one. All these guys are terrible. Oh, this, all the story comes out. Then they process it. Now it becomes, oh, let's give him a chance. That's what you're supposed to do initially. You're supposed to withhold judgment until you have all of the data, all the information, all of the facts, and then you can come to a conclusion, as opposed to the knee-jerk reaction that happened initially. Well, it's too late now for you to be sensible. You got what you wanted. You wanted an overreaction, and you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Get all the information, all the facts before people start making. But social media where they like to cancel people and stuff like that. So yeah, you're right about that. But kudos. I hope that he is able to get his career back on track. The guy the director of Dune, he's supposed to be doing in the current movie with him. So I mean, he's starting to pick up jobs, which is good. So best of luck then. Have all the stuff behind you, and do the best work that you can do. Anything else?
Nope. Good
All
luck.
right. Spinnerack, if you like what you do, comment, subscribe.
Out.
Comment, subscribe. Out.
Out.